I just did a quick propagation update, but let's talk about some tomatoes right now. They're going crazy. Before I show you a bunch of tomatoes though, here's an interesting observation. Almost all the tomatoes and plants on this side of the high tunnel are doing better than this side of the high tunnel. Not in every instance. You know, this is a pretty good looking tomato plant. I mean, it's looking good for my standards, and there's a few weaker ones over there, but overall, the tomatoes on this side and most plants on this side are more vigorous than this side, despite the fact that this side of the high tunnel, in fact right over there, actually had the compost pile over winter. And the stuff that's planted there is not doing well. So it's pretty fascinating. I don't really understand what's going on. I don't think it's drier, maybe a little bit because it's a tiny bit higher elevation. And I don't think it's being blocked by sun because the pathways, the aisleways are 3 feet wide. They're very generous. I don't know. It's interesting. But look at these. I'm pretty sure these are San Marizanos. And they're just falling off. There's so many of them. Look at that. Those fell off right there last night. They're just doing so good. It's approaching one of the best tomato crops I think maybe we've ever had. We had more plants last year, but I think we're going to get just as many. This is the crazy cognac. It's just the craziest looking plant. It's huge and does not look like it should be growing here. 90% sure this is a perennial kale. It's beautiful. It's starting to get really big. Kind of excited for some colder weather though to help perk these up and get rid of some of the pest pressure. It's been so dry. I think for the first time in my life, I'm now living in an area that's classified as a D3 or extreme drought by the US Drought Monitor. It's so dry. A little bit of hand watering happens here, but things are still parched big time. You can see here's the compost this year, right on the other side of that wall. Everything growing in the shadow of the compost is just absolutely monstrous. Monstrous. And these cherry tomatoes are growing so vigorous. This is gonna be one of the first years that we've actually had to start running them horizontally on the roof of the high tunnel because they're already maxing out the trellises. As I walk around every day, I begin to see the indications of the season beginning to wane. I'm seeing it on all kinds of plants. A yellowing of leaves, a curling of leaves. That kind of bright, vibrant, early summer growth is starting to wane back. The deep forest greens are turning into more of a lighter green. A lot of it could be related to the drought. In fact, I think a good portion of it is, especially all the trees outside that look really, really sick. So stay tuned for more updates and please wish for some rain. We need it so bad.